Down in the deep.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
What
right
you know
here.
about rolling, rolling, rolling,
What you gonna do?
rolling, rolling.
What you gonna do now?
Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about
Right.
What y'all know about rolling down in the deep, family?
Hey man, I'm just bobbing and going along with it.
You know what? You was in the studio today.
Yeah.
What was you doing?
Well, go get it is everyday life for me. So, I'm putting together these go get it motivational encouragement videos for individuals,
Okay.
families, corporations, you name it. So just breathing life,
I
breathing
love it.
life.
Wait a minute. Okay. So you do the go get it videos and they're definitely motivational. So is it on a particular topic or what is it about? Come on, give it to us.
Man, it's so, coach. Good question. It's so organic, right? So it's never anything scripted. It's all about everyday life, personal experiences of my own, personal experiences of friends, family members, situations that I may run into, or hear about or see, witness myself. And then, I just move in the spirit of the Lord, right? So divine encourager. I'm a righteous mailman for God. So whatever it is that He
Oh,
gives me, yeah, whatever it is that He gives me to work on, if I feel it in my heart, and I'm inspired by it, then I know it's in spirit, right? So I don't take any credit for any of the work that I do. I'm just being obedient, I'm being disciplined, and I'm moving with a calculated sense of urgency. So, all of my material
you
comes
know
from,
what?
yeah,
Said
Right
a
on, right
calculated sense of urgency.
yeah,
I
on.
love that.
yeah. Blessings, coach. I appreciate you.
I love, you know what? That belongs on a t-shirt. Calculated sense of urgency.
You
That's
know,
sweet right there. That
Absolutely.
is
I
sweet.
agree. I mean,
What
Blessings,
you got?
blessings.
What you got, Queen T?
man, it's just lovely. The weather, just whether it's being in the sun or right now being in the rain, the nice breeze flowing through the house. It's just enjoying this break. When you work in the education field, summers are they just give you a different vibe. It's just a different vibe for summer. You get to work when you work, if you contracting or whatever. But you just get this
You feeling easy breezy?
easy breezy. Yes, easy
Mm.
breezy. I'm loving it.
Yeah, okay, cover girl. That's what I'm talking about. Well, listen, I'm just gonna kick it off with this because this is some foolishness right here to me. Who did this today, dog?
Wow.
Who? Call the woke police. Don't do this, family.
Wow.
Stop. What? Ah,
I
Wow.
mean, I got Juneteenth nails. I got them.
I'm just okay. So what you trying to take up for this pet parent? Is that what you taking up for this?
I'm telling you, like Juneteenth hit differently this year because
Right. Okay.
federal
So what? This
holiday.
is we gonna blame this on Juneteenth.
We gonna blame this on Mr. Booming Biden because Mr. President Biden just gave people a different flavor for Juneteenth, so they just went red, yellow, black, gold in a
Stop.
whole nother
So
level.
so
The poor
now this is Biden's fault.
doggy had to pay for it. The doggy had to pay. He had to pay for it.
Man,
We glad
talk
that
about
a
talk
big
about
boy
inclusion
wasn't
for
wearing
all,
that
man.
outfit.
So I just want to get this straight. The puppy wearing the kunta, the kente cloth. I'm sorry, the
The kid,
kente cloth is Biden's fault.
yeah, Biden's fault.
Biden. Okay.
We're gonna appreciate
Oh,
Biden for the federal holiday. I'm not appreciating his outfit though.
Right.
no, no, I'm not having it.
Oh, got a whole
I'm not buying in with it. No, but I'm gonna tell you that the puppy, the doggy, made my day. Black power.
man. I'm just saying that beret was hot. That beret he had on was off the top. You like that beret, Coach.
Listen, he did the puppy had to fit, man.
He did.
Who's this seamstress?
Who don't want to cut up? You know,
That's true.
custom.
stand it. I can't stand it. All right, listen, I'm done messing with you guys. I'm gonna get into something serious. We had this question that came up.
Mm,
Can you, family? Can you be friends with your ex's family,
Absolutely.
mm,
even
Positive.
if you don't get along with your ex?
I'm gonna tell you like this. First of all, we know I got a collection of exes,
Oh,
unfortunately.
not a collection.
A collect just like them rings. But with that being said, um I have a set of in-laws that are not really they're my in-loves, and I will
mm.
never release them, like ever. And they're never gonna release me. And unfortunately for my ex-husband, he gotta deal with that. So like every husband that came after him has been to his mama's house.
You know what?
Because his mama loved me just that much. You know what I'm saying? And my sister loved me just that much. And any woman he decides to talk to, he be like, don't even try. You know, my mom and my sister will tolerate you, but you not to kneel, so don't even do it to yourself.
Oh my God, it's like that?
It's like
Mm,
that.
mm,
Like I had a key.
man.
I had a key to my mother-in-law's house when I wasn't with my ex-husband. Like she was like, don't bring nobody else over here but her.
Ooh, now that is in the deep.
I'm
Wow.
special.
Wow.
So let me ask you this. How would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot?
Right. Right.
Um, I don't know because I don't wear them shoes.
She said, all my shoes and bags is new. I ain't got that problem.
Man.
No,
Wow. That's deep. That's deep, man. I respect what Queen T. Sis, you know, I respect everything you're saying. I respect both of my sisters on this platform, Coach, Queen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know, I just truly believe that in any and or every relationship, we should be unconditional, right? I mean, because the moment that we began to attach conditions onto something, we instantly marginalize everything, right? So,
Okay.
for me, I don't think that it's a problem to keep an ongoing relationship with the in-laws, whether it's the sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, whomever the in-law is, just because there's a separation of the main okay relationship, whether there's kids involved or not. But we know that we're gonna have to take in consideration the reaction of our actions and also the consequences that are running parallel to that. So Queen T, you just answered it. You was just like, I still keep a relationship with my ex-mother-in-law. There's this and that and that. We cool to this day, la la. And then Coach was like, well, what if it was reversed? What if the husband, were to do the same thing that you're doing at this very moment? If we're going to be organically transparent, I'm gonna use myself for example.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my wife not having it. Straight up, she's not having it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Been with this woman for 25 years. That's my best friend. She's my everything. I still get nervous around this woman. Okay, that's my girl. That's my everything. So for me to have a relationship with any of my exes, you know what I'm saying? I only been married once. So if I were to be married again, before, my wife would not. And I promise you, she would not allow it. She would not have it. She would not accept it. No matter how cool I am with anyone, and me and my ex, it's just strictly about the kids or strictly over with. I better not have a relationship with anyone. But personally speaking, I don't see where there's a problem with that. And in fact, I think it's healthy, especially if kids are involved. If we're trying to set an example for them to follow and model, what best citizen practice looks like. You know what I'm saying? Then we're
So
gonna
let
have
me
to
just
teach
say,
them.
let me give a shout out. So there's a
Okay.
question. They want to know what we're talking about. We are
Yep.
talking about being friends with your ex's family is what we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a problem with being friends with them just because you're not with the, person that you were with previously. I mean, if you were cool with the brother, then why shouldn't you still remain cool with him just because you had something going on with his sister that just didn't work out? That doesn't mean that it didn't work out for you guys either. That's just my
hey,
personal opinion.
I will say this:
So this is
our different.
I'm cool with the idea of being friends, but this is what I'm not going to tolerate. Not
Uh-oh.
having it. This is just not going to happen. We're not going to have blurry boundaries.
Yeah.
That's what we're not going to
Right.
have. And I don't need to be like number one in the family's heart or anything like that. But like if I was to flip the situation and there was a woman that the family was lifting up and you weren't gonna be nice to me and da 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 da. The man that I'm with better damn sure draw some clear lines to have everything understood because I'm not going to be around defending myself trying to make people love me. Sir,
Right.
that's your job. You
Right.
better make sure that these people understand that you're done with what you're doing. Otherwise, you can go follow up with what you used to do, and I'm going to go be with somebody who appreciates me.
Now, but I will say, Coach, in my situation, there are clear. So even though when I say that I'm saying that kind of fluffy on how it is, but I would never disrespect here a new person coming into his life because he and I are even we didn't end on a bad term, so we're friends. And so he'll say, this is so and so, and I've said when I've had my new person, because we were such good friends and we realized we were better off friends than anything. So out of respect of that harmony, because of the children that are involved, we don't, we just it just is a family type of situation. So like it's not like they would, if another woman comes in the picture, they're gonna disrespect her over me. That doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm all of this and that and the third, and I don't know where you going and what you doing. It's just the fact of I'm gonna be there. Like I'm not leaving. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the family. Like I'm embedded in that family based upon the friendships and the connections I made with my mother-in-law, with my sisters-in-law, beyond me and him. And me and him are still friends. So it's no disrespect. He respects the people that I've been with, and I respect the people that he, has been with. And I think if you make those clear boundaries and you make those clear concessions, it, it's not something that will always or work primarily in most situations, but we love each other all genuinely unconditionally, and so the relationships that have been established, I mean, like they're established relationships.
So here's a good one right here. I knew his family before I knew him. They have stepped in something to help me with dealing with him and situations he may have created. So that's the point right there.
Yep,
Sometimes the family is just a support system too.
exactly.
Yeah, but see, then that's when it can become a different situation, man, because it's like, you
Mhm.
know, it's different when you have that relationship that you had before me. Okay, now
Right.
I'm newly into the picture. We're building our own frame, we're building our own foundation, and we're building our own home together. I don't need the involvement of your past relationships getting involved with this relationship that we have going on. I would not like that. Personally, me speaking, if you're cool with the mom, that's cool. You're cool with the sister and the brother, that's cool. But I don't want their involvement, even though I know that their involvement in your life and you're a part of me as well. I just don't want them a part of what we have going on, because
Mhm.
I just truly believe then that's when discrepancies will arise that will be, unmanageable, because for one, either the man or the woman, they'll feel like as if, you're still attached to that family in a particular way. And that particular way shouldn't have anything to do with what we have going on today. I mean, that's just me, guys. You can correct me if I'm really speaking from divine encourager right now. I'm speaking from
Look,
Darius Bradley right now. That's
look,
that's
all
my
I know, I'm gonna tell you one thing about that for sure. It's just this.
down in the
Okay, that's what that is. But we're gonna get on to something else. I want to know. Wait. We got to listen to this brother. We got to listen to him and what he has to say because I think he makes a good point. Here you go.
With many women before I got
I mean, here you
married,
go with
sex is
it.
pretty awesome. And I said, I have had sexual relations with many women before I got married. And these were on and off. Some of them was a quick, boom. And some of them was a situationship where we had sex a couple times and we've kind of fell off. And I said that I found based on my opinion, I found that through having sex with the same woman for the past 5 years and learning her body, it's such a journey and it's such an exhilarating feeling that I will put having sex with the same woman for the rest of my life over having sex with multiple women each and every day. And the last thing that I said was, y'all be out here listening to these rappers telling y'all that they out here hitting everything, but they got wives at home. Don't listen to them because they know what's up. It's a ton of rappers right now. They got girls, they got girlfriends, they got wives that they never show you, but yet they promote something drastically different in their music.
So bam. So Queen T sent me that, and I was like, oh, I love that point. I love that point because you know what? How often do you hear a married man talking about how much he loves his wife and it's just off the chart? Not being disrespectful, but he loves that, the activity with his wife. He like
Man,
being in love with her.
man, I wish my wife could just peep her head on here right quick. Yeah, I get chills through my body right now. Like I expressed earlier, just a second
Oh,
ago. Man, listening to that, I've been with my wife. I just told you guys, I still get nervous around this woman. So listening to that, I'm in love with it, right? I tell my wife a million plus times a day, verbally. I write her notes. I leave her. I still do little things that she's still finding to this day that I've hid around the house that she's finding in areas that she frequent. And she, oh, honey, I didn't even. I mean, from the car to the bedroom to the everywhere. I agree with that. I did not know the wife whom I'm married to today until this day presented itself.
okay.
So every day I have an opportunity.
So it's automatically fresh.
Oh,
It's
it's
already
automatically fresh. We have a renewing of everything every single day. Every single day. So there's no room and or opportunity for it to become stale. I still treat her as if I'm just meeting her. So listening to my guy, you know what I'm saying? To be intimate with my wife, I haven't been intimate with the wife that I have today since I've been with her, unless I'm intimate with her today. So this is a brand new woman today. It's a brand new me today.
so wait a minute. Teach the people, teach the men that it's always new. It's
It's all,
always fresh and good.
yeah, it's always new. It's always fresh and
It'll
good.
never go bad.
It'll never go bad. This comes without an expiration date until God
We
says
got a
different.
caller, y'all. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to answer it. Nightcap with Grown Folks. How you doing? Hi, how are you?
Great.
Great. You had a comment?
Well, yeah, I was just going to say that and I haven't been divorced myself, so staying friends with my ex's family is not necessarily a question for me, but I have I definitely made strong bonds and relationships with my spouse's family. And I think if we were ever to part ways, I would definitely stay friends with them. But I do know that my brother, when he got divorced, I asked his permission if it would be okay to, stay friends on Facebook or whatever with his wife. And he said that was fine and was okay with it. But I definitely think that I would take his opinion into consideration. I have a good relationship with my brother, so that might affect it. If I thought my brother was a jerk and his ex was a person I loved better, I might, might have a different opinion. But I do respect my brother. So
You know what? You made a very sweet comment, and the bottom line might be it depends on who you like better.
maybe, yeah.
Bam,
Maybe a little bit. Thank
bam.
you so much, Sandra, for calling. We hope you call again.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That was funny. It depends on who you like better. No.
My brother and my have been together for 26 years, but my
Yeah.
grandpa was my friend when we were 7, 8, 9, 10. And then she started dating my brother when they were 16. And because me and my brother have different mothers, I didn't know, but they've been together so long. And like I tell my brother, right is right and wrong is wrong. Don't make me pick and choose no side, because I'm gonna pick the right side. And I told him that. And that's the same situation in my situation with my mother-in-law. She'd be like, right is right and wrong is wrong. So when that the caller and the person who sent in the question said, um, they helped me through, the family helped me through situations, it's always been about what's right and wrong. And she said, regardless of that being my biological son, if he wrong, he wrong. If he's right, he's right, or vice versa. And so because of that, the respect in the relationship is just completely on a different level. It just can't be severed.
That's amazing. Darius, you're on mute. Is it fair for families to get involved? Is it fair for families to get involved in the relationship or no?
I mean, I think it's fair if it's invited. I think I won't say it's fair, right or wrong. I'm just going to say people act off emotion, right? And if they have a very strong emotional connection to you, then of course they're going to express their concerns for your well-being, uh, no matter what's going on in your life. Now, do I believe there's boundaries? Of course I do. Of course I do. It's one thing to offer your opinion and from your experience, your advice from your experience, or your advice just because you love that person. But when it goes beyond that and it starts to compound and stack upon whatever it is you're already trying to iron out, and or make better, right? Because it can be a
Uh-huh.
situation where it doesn't always have to be we have a problem that we're trying to resolve. Maybe it's some beautiful stuff going on. But I think, I just think that, it's families are going to be involved no matter what. But they just have to
So,
respect and
Darius, this
adjust to
is
your
not
age.
the exact question we're working on, but I'm just wondering, who taught you how to be a family man? Who
Well,
taught you that?
early on, my father passed away when I was 15. I just saw how him and my mother would interact every day, not to excuse any of the hardships they may have encountered in their relationship. Even through the hardships, I've learned how to treat my wife, because when my mom and my dad would get into it and they have a difference of opinion of something, my dad never wanted it to go longer than what it had to. It always ended with them dancing and singing and kissing and hugging in the kitchen, cooking together, sitting in the
Aww.
living room, making up. And I'm not trying to paint like I had those parents. They never, man, no, listen, my dad and my mom, just like everyone else, they just loved each other more than they wanted to be upset with each other. So it didn't matter who was
Mhm.
right or wrong. They just wanted to make it right with an understanding. And so that's the
Now you
same
want to
thing
know
with
what? That sentence that you said right there is something. When people say, "Well, how do you stay married a long time? How do you have a happy marriage?" That right there.
right there, right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's like a secret ingredient.
Oh, and that's one of the main ingredients. I tell my wife all of the time, and she can, tune in and correct me if I'm wrong. But it really, and I learned it from my pop and my mom. Even with my wife and I, like, it doesn't matter. She can be dead wrong, okay? But my wife's never wrong. Love you, babe.
Aw.
But listen, she can be dead wrong, but in my heart, I'm like, man, do I really want to just win this situation and go days without speaking, go days without us laying next to each other in the bed, missing our favorite shows? Look how much time I'm wasting. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. So listen, it doesn't matter if you're wrong, honey. Listen, I love you enough to see beyond it. And I hope that my actions, not my words, but my actions can make you respond differently next time. How about that?
Wow. You know what? Go out and teach husband class.
Look over. Yes, yes, yes.
Man.
Like, right. While you up here being at Go Get It, you need to go teach husband class 101. Go collect you some men and teach that, please.
Yeah.
I got you, coach.
For
No,
that,
I'm serious.
for that. And then when you get done with them graduates, can you pass their names along?
I got you, sis. No problem. But I mean, that's just the way that I live my life, guys. And I'm not putting on for the show, anything like this. Is really Darius. I just truly believe that our experiences will alter our behaviors. And when you realize what's important over what's making the flesh feel good, you'll
Yeah.
always want to stick with what's important.
Oh, so you got to have that. That's why you got to have that maturity. You
Yeah.
know, what's important over what's making the flesh feel good. You know what? It's a good thing you're a motivational speaker because it's a good thing. You just spit out those gems like they just come right off. It's all good.
Man.
So another question that lit everything up, I mean, it lit it up, was whether or not um, a man could be in the birthing room if the wife didn't want him in there. Not the wife, but the woman didn't want him in there.
If it didn't it say if they weren't together any longer, right?
Yeah,
So
they're not together.
does
We
he
ain't
have?
sleeping together no more.
I don't think you should take that from them because, unfortunately, that's their child just the same as that woman. And I think that sometimes, unfortunately, people tend to be a little petty. And why would you take that experience?
Okay, wait a minute, real quick. I want you to know that somebody gonna send folks over to you, Darius. They're gonna send some people over to you so you can coach.
Blessings.
You know,
Blessings. I
but
got you.
then there you go. But
But yeah, that's
so
just
I definitely see both sides of this. I don't think it's an easy answer because one of the first things that came in my mind is what if that baby was born out of trauma? Because I cannot tell you how many women I talk to, and they've been put in a situation where even if they were in a relationship, dating, even marriage, this one lady that I work with, she was married and her husband raped her. She was saying no. It was at a point where she had decided that she had no longer wanted to have sex with him because she felt that he was being unfaithful. Um, he came home. He wasn't drunk or anything like that, but he just came home saying, he was sick of this, da 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 da. And he took it. It was then she ended up pregnant. And she said, I do not want this man anywhere near my body anymore. You
I think
know?
that gives it a whole different element. I'm just talking about when I was thinking of the question, I personally am thinking about like people like a man and a woman being together, they break up, the woman is pregnant, and unfortunately, I've been in a situation where they're petty. Like this my or my baby, you can't have nothing to do with it. There's all this stuff that we do when and then we want to complain. Women complain. I'm not gonna say because I don't, but I said I would never be a bitter, you know, mom of a child or whatever. In that sense, unfortunately, a lot of women will hold things over men's head to keep things from them. Oh, there's no good men out here that want a good dad, and you ain't gonna let him kid. You ain't letting him in the room. Oh, I ain't with him. He can pay me child support. He can't see his kid. We're not gonna play them games. So in those situations, I think it's completely inappropriate. In your situation that you discussed in regards to trauma, anything like that, of course, we're not condoning no trauma. But if you want some pet type stuff, absolutely not. Go on with yourself and get over it.
Man, this stuff gets crazy. And then you think about, the man's rights and wanting to be there for the child as well. But I'm going to tell you, my girl Sheila, she put the gauntlet down. Bam. She said, it's all about HIPAA. It's not happening.
Man. You
What you
know,
got to say, Darius?
I'm listening to it and I'm absorbing it and all. And I totally agree with Sis Queen T. I piggyback and echo everything she said. If it's a situation whereas you're taking your emotions out on the guy and you don't want him to see his baby because of something that you're feeling personally towards him, then I truly believe that that's unfair. And going on
Mm-hmm.
further in the child's relationship, it'll do more harm than good. Okay.
Right.
But if there's a toxicity there, then I truly believe that, uh, if we do not want to add on to that corrosion and make it even more of a corrosive, environment, then the dad shouldn't be there because I mean that can have an effect on the delivering mother. Okay, there's all kind of health concerns that are involved just giving birth, in love. So when the woman is even more stressed out, not only just physicalities, but now her mental and her emotions, her moral beliefs are being compromised as well. The baby may not survive that, delivery. The mom may not survive that delivery just because the dad wants to be there, but he knows that, his involvement before the delivery was already causing some hardship. Now you're being there on top of that can make this very very combustible situation. So
All right, that's it for